No Time to Die is finally about to release in cinemas, or it already has by the time you're watching this video, which is a great opportunity for me to cover IO Interactive's upcoming James Bond game, temporarily titled Project 007, and why it will be the perfect James Bond game. But first, if you'd like to see more videos about upcoming and new games like Project 007, Hogwarts Legacy and Gotham Knights, click on the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. Nearly a year ago, IO Interactive announced their untitled James Bond game to have started active development, and even though we've had no significant news since the teaser trailer, there have still been some noteworthy revelations. Before I get into why Project 007 will be the perfect James Bond game, let's talk about when we could see a news update next. No Time to Die is now in or about to hit cinemas and theaters across the world, so now is the perfect opportunity for IO Interactive to promote their upcoming game and take advantage of the hype. There could be a new Project 007 announcement in the next few days as of recording this video, or there might not be. There's no evidence to suggest anything, but it would be a missed opportunity if we don't. IO Interactive might not be in the best position to reveal news just yet and hold off until a later date, but this is the most popular James Bond will be for a long time, until the announcement of the next Bond actor, this game, and then the next Bond film, so it really should take advantage of the IP trending now. Being realistic, this announcement could be a cinematic trailer with a title reveal, and maybe a release window. I'm expecting 2023, and at least with a title reveal we can stop calling it Project 007. IO Interactive are the developers and publishers of the recent Hitman trilogy and are the perfect candidates to develop a new agent action adventure James Bond video game. This is why it will be the perfect James Bond game, not just because IO have worked on Hitman before, but because of their passion for the franchise. When Project 007 was revealed, so was this quote: "Our passionate team is excited to unleash their creativity into the iconic James Bond universe and craft the most ambitious game in the history of our studio." I think you'd all agree with me when I say I don't want to see Project 007 turn out to be a carbon copy and reskin of Hitman, and with it being the most ambitious game in the history of IO Interactive, I have faith it won't be. Project 007 is not going to be a cash grab just because it's the James Bond IP. Simply put, we're not here for a quick buck, we're here for what extends the brand. In the same article, the previous director of MGM's interactive business development, Matthew Souza, talks more about how the team are making Project 007 a game for the fans. It's also about authenticity, and we want to make sure the fans are happy with the experiences that we and our partners are providing. We really look for partners in development and publishing that are talented but also understand the IP and brand in a way that will flourish through the gameplay. Gameplay is king, the experience is king, and we want to make sure we're providing great experiences with or without the IP. Gameplay is king, experience is king. Not only are IO Interactive the perfect studio to make a James Bond game thanks to their history working on the Hitman trilogy, but their mindset is spot on. However, we do often hear this of new games and popular IPs, but it does seem like the developers working on this game truly have the passion for James Bond, and that's amazing. They have a deep passion for the IP, and they're extraordinarily talented. It's a match made in heaven, IO Interactive and James Bond, and we're working on something we think is going to be very special for fans. Project 007 is a brand new origin story for James Bond, which leaves a lot of room for future sequels and more games. The idea of a trilogy has already been suggested by IO Interactive director Hakan Abrak. We have been allowed to make our own digital Bond, which will not lean on a Bond actor. We are also making a completely original story, and you could easily imagine that a trilogy could come out of it. We could be looking at a new James Bond video game universe, which is just incredible. And to make a point clear, this game will not feature previously played Bond actors like Craig, Dalton or Brosnan, for example. It's going to be a completely fresh face, and it's going to be interesting not only to see what Bond ends up looking like, but also how the fans react to a new, unfamiliar face playing such a familiar character. A big question that needs answering is whether Project 007 will be a third or first person game. On one hand, most of the old Bond games were first person shooters, and on the other, this game is being developed in the same engine as the Hitman trilogy, which were all third person games. The latter has the better chance of happening, as in a job listing for Project 007, it says, "We would love it if you had experience working with third-person action games," which implies this game will be a third-person action adventure, and I think that's the perfect decision. As much as I've enjoyed my fair share of first-person games in the past, I've always preferred the likes of Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider, and Hitman's third-person perspective, where you can see the character you're playing as, especially when it comes down to story-driven games. First-person is more suited to immersive shooters and horrors like Call of Duty and Resident Evil in my my opinion. And since IO Interactive made the Project 007 announcement a year ago, Hakan predicted their studios will more than double in employees. I quote, "Today we are 200 employees and expect that we will be over 400 employees over the next few years. So there is no doubt that a bond agreement means an insane amount to us. Most of these new employees will be working on Project 007, meaning it will have a much bigger development team than what IO had with the Hitman trilogy. We'll have bigger and hopefully better games. Project 007 is only the beginning of a completely new James Bond video game universe if it all goes to plan, with it being developed by the creators of Hitman series, with developers deeply passionate about the IP, a third-person origin story, and a fresh-faced Bond. It really is setting up to be the perfect James Bond game. But am I being too optimistic? Do you think it will be the perfect James Bond game or not? And what are the things you want to see from Project 007? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, click subscribe and the bell icon down below and drop a like if you enjoyed. But as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.